Alright, so we need to find out where the Firaxite Science Booster is. Let's filter this by science. Alien Sciences... no, that's not quite it. Cloning Plant, Ectogenesis, Cognition... ah, here we are. It's in Cognition, which is a ways away. No filter. Neurolab, plus 10% science, plus 1 per Firaxite. Alright, I don't know if I really need the... since we only have the one... geothermal. Well, let's not worry about geophysics right now. We'll go over to Cognition, and then our affinity-based unit. We need affinity points, so we need to complete some of these quests. Is this Cinder. So we'll grab the Cinder, and that brings us in the direction of the Planet Carver. Which... I'll have to check which virtue perk. We'll just keep it on that for now. Which virtue perk gets us... I'll finish my thought in a second. These guys want the old Earth Relic. I'll want to play all of this out though, quickly though, before our timer runs out.
Is that a real war or a skirmish war, like a over an expedition site or something?
I just don't like scouts. Babietu killed all my explorers. I thought it's only fair that I kill someone else's explorer.
I hear you.
But our units need orders for Firaxite online right now, please.
So, Baba,
And the
you
trade
have that satellite? This crash site, I assume, is mine then? Or is that still part of the quest?
Yeah, I have to clear out the well, and then it completes.
Okay.
Alright, we've discovered ecology. City connections established. Aliens near Gangzorig. And Firaxite. 4 turns plus 3 science. Sweet. And plus 3 science. Okay, did I read that wrong? Was that really just a plus 3? It was probably just a plus 3. But I was thinking 2 Firaxite, 6 science. Combat rover will heal. Missile rover will heal. And we'll swing around so we're not standing in miasma. Lots of aliens here. They haven't become angry with us yet. I mean, they're still green. Apparently Baba or someone on the more distant part of this continent had switched his aliens over to orange. Which means they are more aggressive. Right, so now that we've scouted out a little more, would this trade route be safe? We don't know yet, so we'll just wait on that. This trade convoy is safe. Alright, so we're going Cognition into Tactical Robotics. That'll let us pick up some affinity, and then as soon as we get... this thing requires 4 Supremacy. We'll start pumping out these 38 Strength to move infantry type units. Maybe go... well, for now, we'll go down to Mechatronics, and what I wanted to check... right, Cognition, yes. Shift, Tactical Robotics, Mechatronics... and what I wanted to check is what virtue boost gets us a free tech, because I do believe one of them does, and if we could unlock the Planet Carver with that. Energy, production, free virtue. Alright, we'd have to fill out a whole bunch of level 1 virtues. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 virtues away. That's not very viable. So... okay, we can get a free tech off of building the quest from the Institute. Where? Bionics? Okay, so we'll we'll actually go bionics first, into cognition, and then into mechatronics, and then, so I'm not entirely sure how the building quests trigger. I think as you get more cities, you need more of the appropriate building before you trigger the quest. But I do know that the Institute quest does give you a free tech. So if we can grab either mechatronics or astrodynamics, preferably astrodynamics, off of the free tech from the Institute's building quest, we have our planet covers out and we could go and totally destroy our neighbors. Of course, we're getting ahead of ourselves here. Let's do all of the basic stuff first before we get all excited about that. Auto plant, it needs orders. Keep on advancing here, somewhere other than Miasma. Trade routes, nothing. Oh, Fort Barca. Let's do that. And covert operations. Assign to operation, establish a network. And everyone else is just making health for us right now since we don't have anywhere else to go. What am I thinking here? We want to hook up more Feraxite. And we do want someone over here to start improving tiles, but after we assign jobs for all of our units, I'm going to want to check how much the planet cover will cost us. So, planet cover requires 4 petroleum and 1 titanium. We've got 2 petroleum here, some petroleum down south, but with Fort Barca there, we're not going to settle that. Ooh, that's tricky. We want to find more petroleum. There's not even any in the water. So, our agents, I can only assign them to my own cities, but I guess they can still level up that way. Well, it's worth finding out. $19 or QN? We could trade petroleum with other players, but I don't think anyone would be silly enough to give someone else petroleum. I guess the game is still new, so maybe I'm the one who's silly that thinks that no one would ever give us petroleum. I think it would be foolish for them to give us petroleum. Alright, and this area is now safe and free of aliens, so if I still have a trade route that's sitting idle, let's see, military overview, trade convoys are all trading, all of my cities are maxed out on their trade routes except for this guy, and this guy is going to want naval trade routes, which he can use to grow that colony sooner, so I will purchase one trade vessel. I need a trade depot. We'll buy that and purchase a trade vessel. Here we'll go and set up for range attack. Agent promoted for establishing a network. Agents have arrived. Choose operation. Steal energy. And traveling, assigning. Alright, so when I'm in my own cities, do I actually level up? I don't think so. Spare agents can go to the capital. I don't know if they level up there either. I guess we'll leave one guy in the capital and see if he actually levels up. And let's get our modules back and fortify until healed. Here, we'll go, we can either send a whole bunch of production down here or grow that out faster. Let's start that growing and start production. Add to queue, no, we'd rather buy that out. One of these cities then. Over here, after the auto plant, add to queue, we're gonna need a trade vessel or 2. So we can only run 2 trade routes here. So one, we can only support 2 trade vessels, and we don't have a path towards anyone else here. If I do want to settle someone to the north, and I do, then let's get to work on that colonist as well. Meanwhile here, bombard, and finish that guy off. More aliens over this way. Is there a penalty for crossing the river? There is. We'll let them attack into us. The aliens are generally quite aggressive. Peroxide online. And we were doing the experiment to see if you can gain experience by hanging out at HQ. And let's have a look at our quests again. We still need that alien preserve. We need that expedition site and domestic engineering. Group of stowaways. Declare hostility towards Fort Barca. Well, we could do that. I mean, we are getting some okay trade yields out of them. But if I ever want to settle the city back here for the petroleum, if that's my only other source of petroleum, I will need to do that to build out if I do want to go for the Planet Carver plan. So if I settle right here, it would have coral, 2 resin, a floatstone, and a petroleum, which isn't good or bad. And unfortunately, because of this ice, you won't be able to receive any naval trade routes. Alright, we'll fortify here as well, as long as we're not on miasma. We've got the peroxide improved. Awesome. Peroxide improved. Absolutely amazing. And fine, you can finish that farm while you're here. And you, well, an explorer doesn't need all of those hit points. Let's get him down here right now, and we'll get the rover in here to heal up a little faster. A kraken next to my base. There were some krakens wandering around here. None of these cities are coastal though, so I'm not worried about that. And luckily, I haven't seen any aliens on this side yet, at least in the water. And we don't have any affinity points yet. The cheapest early affinity points, we could grab power systems, yield from quarries and geothermals, but we have neither quarry nor geothermal, so I'm not in a rush to grab power systems. Our quest was that for the alien preserve or something else? Alien preserve, alright, we could definitely go and build the alien preserve. And over here, I think it's time for a colonist. Definitely time for a colonist. And these workers, more peroxide to be improved. So get over here. Combat rover, fortify, heal. And let's push forward with these units. We do want to see what's over here, reserve the spot for ourselves. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, minimum city distance could be on the hill or on the forest. I do want to see what tiles I'd missed out on if I settled on this hill instead of this hill. Alright, what affinity granting texts actually give me things that I care to use besides the affinity points? So there's autonomous systems, we've got power systems. Both of these don't unlock anything that I really want. Collaborative thought in cognition gets me the precog project, which does sound useful. A nice bonus for defense there, and culture and health, that's a wonder. We could go precog for our first affinity points there. But what I'm thinking I'm going to do is pick up robotics, although we won't be able to make use of the cinder until we get the 4 points. I'm hoping to pick up some affinity points from quests. We could definitely do both of these quests. And we will have to send an army back to deal with Fort Barca. And I suppose having a really unimpressive city back here. Let's see. What are these orbital units going to do for us? Terraforming. We've got the weather control well, +1 food on all tiles, and generates 2 basic resources on unimproved tiles. Requires petroleum and titanium. Don't know if we really want to go to that direction, but that would improve whatever city we decide to drop down here. Alright, trade convoy. Who do we want to boost most? Rig does need the boost. It is safe to go that way now, so we'll do that. Choose production. I assume we just finished our trade vessel. Yes, we did. And we have multiple directions we can go in, so we could go and build out another trade ship here. This gets us extra food. This is a huge amount of production, and that city does need it. Alright, choose production here. Trade convoy. Can you rebase elsewhere? And I want this guy to pump ships only. Alright, different home city. Rig. The capital. Or elsewhere. Alright, here. Pop out a trade vessel. And over here, the old Earth relic. And this guy probably wants to heal, and then we'll go and improve hexes over by Rig. Only 2 petroleum, unfortunately. We've got 2 petroleum, and if we wanted to settle a less exciting city and destroy Fort Barca, 3 petroleum for a total of 5. 4 is all we need for a planet carver. But I'm hoping we've got a bit of petroleum somewhere over here or over here. And is there a way I can see other people have, well, yeah, Filthy's already 4 into Harmony. Cleftor is 3 and 1 and 1. So we are way behind on affinity points. We're just probably ignoring the texts that give us affinity points. What do I want here? It's going to be a while before we get the quest off of institutes. So we could go and grab collaborative thought or tactical robotics first. Let's cancel mechatronics. Or, well, wait for the turn to roll over. Okay, so first off, I want the trade vessel to establish or change its origin city. Alright, what trade routes do I have going on right now? Okay, so rig. Combat rover is healed. Alright, that's fine. Choose production here. We want... Do we have a lot of desert? Plains, plains, plains. So the Vivarium's not going to be too helpful. Neither is the ultrasonic fence. We could grab the Pharma Lab. Let's grab the Alien Preserve first. Right now we've got 3 health on the city, so the Pharma Lab next would be just fine. Because we can only provide as much health as there is population in the city. Here we probably want, we're at -10 on health, so we'll want a really cheap building that will also grant us help. The clinic is the most basic building that grants 1 science and 1 health. This is a trade convoy. Change origin city to Rig, I guess so. Wasn't I working on an auto plant at one of these places? Oh, so that's the thing. The quest, I think there's a random element, and it also requires you to have that building in more than half of your cities. So eventually we'll get the quest that grants us another trade route off the auto plant. But until then, I guess we'll have to move to a different city. And our city here is starving. Starvation, we still have food to cover that, so if we can buy one food, and we have how much stockpiled? 24 stockpiled, so we'll be safe for a little while longer. Okay, finally, we get the +1 trade from auto plants. So if I had done that one sooner, we could have had that internal trade route going, but that's fine. We'll just shift that over next turn, and let's explore a little to the north. We've finished that frac site, and now we want to heal up. Alright, so Kalashkova has a example in one of their games where they fulfilled a quest, or they got a building quest while having only one of that building while having 4 cities. So majority, having that building in the majority of your cities doesn't seem to be required, but the quest certainly doesn't trigger as soon as you build the first building, and it does seem to be a random timer of some kind. So we do have this worker. Well, the worker wants to heal. And we do have a deal from Clefter. Presumably he's offering peace. So we do want to do... Oh, there's some copper. Copper's not bad. We'll settle 1 north then to pick up a bit more copper. And yeah, we can take peace. Alright, the city to the south has finished its old earth relic. We'll grab the clinic. And to start work on the Farak site. +3 science. Cannot be built outside our territory, of course. Why the border expansion didn't prioritize the Farak site is beyond me. But we can buy that out, get that going, and get this trade convoy going. This city was starving, but I'd rather do that via sea. So we'll send a lot of production down south, and this trade vessel, who do I want to grow the most? Here I get huge yields. But if I send the trade route here, I don't starve. Let's go with the huge... Well, we have the auto plant. Alright, yes, what we'll do here is we'll go with the huge yields right now, and then we'll grow the small guy first, and then 19 we'll go and work on a trade vessel. Do you want the alien preserve first? Yes, you do. And these rowers, we'll just park up there for now. Although if we do want to declare war on Fort Barca, we do need to send 2 of those units down, back south. Choose production. Alright, so, well, let's double check how we're doing. With the auto plants complete, we have room for 1, 2, 3, potentially 4 more trade routes. But let's make sure all of our trade routes are rolling first. We can bring that guy back. I don't need to explore with a missile rover. Colonist here done. You'll push forward. And this worker here is healed. He wants to go and improve the Reslin. Maybe put down a Xenomass well. Although we don't have the tech for that, we probably should. This worker can heal up, or he's good enough to get to work on that. And what do we have here? A flying unit from Franco-Iberia. That's pretty random. Alright, we are going to need to send some units back. Just in case Clefter gets any fancy ideas. Alright, so we can adopt the wildlife for harmony, or train for labor for supremacy. So this is going to be our very first supremacy point. Great. It's really random how or when those quests trigger, or at least that's the way it seems to me. One of our trade units, oh no, the aliens. Alright, we are going to need the ultrasonic fence to protect those trade units. So what are we working right now? We're working Well, we'll pick up ecology right now, or is the turn currently changing over? No, it's not. Choose production. No, what I want to do is choose science. Please let me do that. Oh, we do have ecology for ultrasonic fences already. Alright, go about your business, and someone will need to build ultrasonic fences. Choose production. And add to queue ultrasonic fence. And I don't need this trade vessel until I have the fence to protect the vessels. So that's really a shame. Alright, let's do that last. Do we have any other units to assign first? Choose production. No, select the perk here. Do I want when attacking or extra HP? Let's grab the extra HP for now. And choose production. At this city, we'll grab an ultrasonic fence just to finish that quest off sooner. I really want the quest that will... science and energy, yes please. Give me... it's called Reverse the Polarity and stops aliens from plundering trade routes. Now, we're not really getting a lot of income off of Fort Barca here. At least I don't think so. Currently, Fort Barca, well, 6 energy and 6 production. That's actually pretty good. Alright, well, we're not in a rush to destroy Fort Barca, but we will keep some units at home, just in case Cleftor wants to get cute. Alright, so a bunch of our cities are starving, and that's because we don't have the trade routes that were formerly feeding them up. Here we do have enough health. We don't need more health buildings at the moment. Let's see, something really cheap. I want to keep the science rolling, so let's grab a quick laboratory. Lots of cities starving, that's fine. Here we'll grab the combat boost. Keep on exploring. Oh, lots of copper in here. Alright, we could drop a city here, and then another over here, and there's 3 petroleum in the water. That city is much more attractive than whatever we would settle by attacking Fort Barca. Does anyone know what the reward for dogmatic engineering is? If it's good, then sure, we can declare hostilities with Fort Barca. I don't know if you can make peace with stations once you declare war on them. Trade routes. Previous route was here, but doesn't seem to give us yields anymore. That's bizarre. Trade vessel done. And where do I want to send this? They both provide the same amount of food for 19, so we'll send it where we get the most free food and production. Alright, choose production here. Well, we could use the health in the capital. Let's go and grab the Pharma Lab. Choose production here. We will want the auto plant, although we don't have enough destinations to send those trade routes to, so not a rush on that. Let's grab... We have enough health, so we'll go for pure science, grab the laboratory, probably the alien preserve as well, and then by the time... Oh, we'll want a trade depot though, at the very least. Laboratory into trade depot. I don't think we have the cities to spare though. You can only have one trade route between each city. Ooh, there's a lot of good stuff here on this really thin strip of mountain range. And get that going. Alright, so in order to build a xenomass well, we'll need alien sciences. Which is where exactly? Alien sciences, 7 turns. Well, I'm not in a rush for xenomass. We're gonna go supremacy here. Let's go get these little guys paddocked in, the Reslin slug guys. And keep on exploring here. Sure, we can attack. No miasma there. Boom. Alright, so we're in a solid 3rd place. Cleftor is Franco-Iberia, which does get those free texts at every 10 virtues, I think. And he's way ahead on score. I have no idea what his lands look like. We can only assign... Well... I guess when the turn rolls over, we can't look at that. Let's play with the co-op or covert ops screen once we've assigned all of this other stuff. I think we're going to want another colonist, but we don't have to pump that out of our capital. We may as well grab some of this other basic stuff. Got our virtue to take here. We could start going down might for the production bonus. We've got the extra affinity points and the free affinity level. I think it's time for that. We've already got the kicker out of industry and out of prosperity. I don't think I'm desperate to grab any of these. No, I'm really not. So it's time to start heading down might, since we are playing with people. And the only way to deal with real people is with real military units, as opposed to the AI on Apollo, which has been appallingly passive. Alright, over here, we could have one more trade route. And let's see if there's actually space for it somewhere. So let's go and build out a quick trade convoy. We failed to siphon energy from Citadella, but we're undetected. More population. Another trade unit was destroyed. We really do need those ultrasonic fences with reversed polarity. Alien Preserve. Something really cheap. We're now at 3 population, so we could use the Cyto Nursery. And over here, choose operation. We'll go try siphoning energy again and assign. Yeah, we can only assign to a single city here, so I can't get more information on anyone else. Oh, and I don't think I've established a network yet either, otherwise... No, we don't want to abort, because that'll use up their movement. What I really should have done for my first mission was establish network. That would have A, gotten him more experience, and B, let us know what these guys are building. But that's for next time. This is our first multiplayer game here. Science and culture from that Reslin paddock. Awesome. And I'll be right back. Alright, we are back, and nothing scary happened. We had plenty of time on that turn timer. Alright, next turn. And I really want that reverse polarity ultrasonic fence, because, well, I suppose we could just build out, the more practical thing would be just to build out gunboats. So, choose production, gunboat, choose production, what are we doing here? Settler Nursery, that's fine, trade depot. We do have the energy to purchase a gunboat as well, perhaps. No, not quite, that's 340. Choose production here. Sure, we can grab a repair facility and then start pumping units, that would be fine. But let's find out how many trade routes we still have left. There's probably an easy way to do that. Trade routes available. We do... have quite a few available. Alright, so, excuse me, let's go and do that. Quest decision, grant refuge, we want supremacy for sure, this is survivors, and construction. So, well, we'll grab a quick repair facility there. Actually, I think 10% boost. Let's cancel that. Cancel that. We'll go and pop out a trade convoy. I don't think the 10% is going to do me too much, and I don't want to pay that upkeep. So, no repair facility for the capital. And over here, another colonist. I think it's time for another colonist. Meanwhile, these guys do need to run back to safety, but we will go and attack that wolf beetle. Now, where exactly do I want to settle this colonist? Somewhere on the coast, yes, not in danger of being attacked by aliens, so I'll use some caution there. We've extracted that, which is good. And I'll head back here to heal up, get a new expedition module. Anule. And that's good. Alright, so planning out where I want to drop this city. On the coast, yes. At least 3 away, so we could drop right here. 1, 2, 3, that would let us pick up that Resolin. Over here, we miss out on the Resolin. Over here, we would pick up the algae, silica, basalt, geothermal, Resolin, out of range of the xenomass, so we would have a xenomass right here. So here wouldn't be bad. It is coastal though, and our only coastal city on that side. Alright, well, if we're busy dealing with the aliens here, we could settle right there, or we could settle a city up here first, and then he'll be fed by all of the coastal trade routes on this side. That actually is better. I'd rather have all of my coastal trade, a nice strong coastal trade network on this side, as well as our navy on this side to keep those guys safe. So we'll settle these guys, maybe coastally, maybe not, but we'll settle them later. Or at least after this particular colonist. Alright, so that's done. We could pump out a colonist here. He does have a road to walk along, so since I don't really want... I could grab a attack jet. We could grab a attack jet, a missile rover, but let's go for the colonist. We do have the health to support some more spam here. Set up and bombard, and can we kill this guy? We'll take 9 damage. We currently have 31 damage, so unless there's a whole bunch of other guys back here, we should be fine. Although that was definitely a dangerous thing to do. At least we're not standing on any miasma. Ah, what kind of petroleum do we have up there? So, more trade routes, great. This guy needs to heal. And we have 3 petroleum. Alright, well, I'm going to sell something up here. We've got a whole bunch of copper, some good looking stuff. We'll definitely explore this region, have a good sense of what our opponents are doing on the main part of the continent here, and definitely drop some cities there to claim this little peninsula as our own personal territory. Ooh, and there's even more Phyrexite back here that I hadn't explored.
6 purity, huh?
Okay, where is Cleftor's lands? Cleftor is Franco-Iberia. Lacour, or Lacour, is right over here. I wonder how he got his Explorer over. Was that an embarked unit? Or is there a land bridge? Doesn't look like there would be. So either embarked or he walked all the way around and over this way. So if Cleftor is rushing affinity points, it means he'll be able to pump out really strong military units soon. He'll already have the Xenoswarm That's 4 harmony. Wait, what? Which is he going again? Left door. Okay, he's going purity. Alright, so that's the battle suits are at 4. I'm not sure if there's something at 6, but he's definitely able to pump some decent units. And this guy wants to run away for sure. And we have a lot of movement on that. Awesome. Alright, we've discovered Bionics.
You have
That gets
discovered
us
bionics.
the Institute, and the quest for the Institute is a free tech, so that'll line up nicely for us. Hopefully we'll be able to grab the planet carver off of that. Extra production from Reslin, which is awesome if we build the Bionics lab, that requires purity, which we're not going, and the Biowell, which adds 2 food and gives us +1 health, which sounds like a really good improvement. Better than a farm. At least on an improved farm. Quest log, Tangled Web. Strange how humanity now lives on an alien planet. I guess that's strange. Found 1 outpost. We can definitely do that. The solid state citizen. Alright, those guys can stay where they are. Here to the south we want another gunboat, and then we'll get our naval treasure routes going again. Oh, I think 19 actually did starve down. That's a shame, but we're positive food again, so we'll get that back soon enough. Over here, do I want a gunboat or a trade vessel? I already... No, I could definitely use a trade vessel here, so trade vessel it is. And a quest decision. Pre-maintenance or +1 culture. Let's grab +1 culture. We still are in the positive as far as energy return goes. And you'll just be on alert. Gunboats. We'll take a peek out, see what's happening.
I think we just froze.
I wouldn't say it's less stable than Civ 5. They have been more stable so far. And we can't blame the other players. They're all regular Civ multiplayer players, and they all have reasonable PCs and connections. So I don't think anyone...
Beyond Earth and rehost.
Alright, could say that Civ 5, there's been improvements in multiplayer since Civ 5. Alright, well, we'll go Alt F for that. There's no way to escape this.
Reloads up.
Click to continue and join game. Alright, so we have another high in code wording, which means I'll have the weird echo. Please let me know if the weird echo reverb does not fix itself once we're actually in game. Excerpts from Colony Archives, personal log, Daming So Chu. This will be my final sunset on Earth. Okay, so we're back. Let me know if something weird has happened to the audio, and I don't think we've missed anything. We can get started on the institutes, but we want to make sure we're able to grab an expensive tech. So mechatronics isn't bad, but what we really want to grab is astrodynamics. So we're rolling the dice a little by trying to grab cognition first. Cognition would be really nice because of the neurolab, which gets us the bonus science from both Firaxite and the overall plus 10% bonus. Alright, thanks stream for letting me know that the sound is good. Here, I don't think we need any miastic repulsors. We could definitely go... let's grab a quick... I do want to get all these institutes online, but I don't want to get that Futak too early, so we'll delay the institutes slightly. We do have the health to push out more colonists, which we should probably do right away, but let's grab an alien preserve first, and then we'll go for the colonists, and we'll drop them around this region somewhere. Haven't planned out exactly where yet. And let's quickly explore this. Oh, wow, more Firaxite. Alright, so we're going to settle a colony to the south, and it will be coastal. 1, 2, 3. We could drop him right here. He would pick up 3 Firaxite that the capital can't work. There's a Resolin, algae. Alright, that's good. Yeah, we're definitely going to drop a city right there. We are on the Firaxite Peninsula. And we are most definitely going down supremacy. Alright, so that Resolin paddock is finally complete. Well, why don't you heal up since you've got... No, get over here. Heal. Another colonist. Well, we want to forward settle first, just in case someone else gets down to this area over this way. And this colonist... Alright, we already have a colonist heading north. We can settle our guy back here as well. And this explorer, he's got 2 exploration modules thanks to the supremacy opener. He may as well heal up and he can pop in to the rest of the continent as well. Meanwhile, let's see what's out in the sea for us here. Alright, all that Firaxite is hooked up. We already have 15 online, which is nice. We may as well have that worker heal. That's it. And we've fallen into 4th place here. 4th out of 5. But of course, score doesn't mean too much. I do want to settle a bunch of other cities, and we do need to pick up some more affinity. Goodness. I mean, we could delay cognition and quickly pick up tactical robots. But we could just delay and not rush the affinity techs until we have what am I looking for here? Adaptive sciences. Although that's still 3 virtues in. Our next virtue is in 10 turns. So unless we get our culture up even higher, I don't think waiting for adaptive sciences is going to make too much sense. Choose production. We have 2 gunboats. That should be enough to deal with sea dragons, or at least that's my hope. So let's go and replace all those trade vessels that were so rudely plundered by the natives of this planet. We could pump out a quick trade vessel here too. Alright. And we don't have any trade coming out of here, so we'll pop double trade vessel.
What'd you say?
And we want to get over and find someone who can send those excess trade ships to. Alright, so Brasilia has fuel over here. 1, 2, 3. The closest we could settle would be right here. Let's see if there are any good resources to grab. grab up. Otherwise, we'll probably settle here or here, and that'll be our natural border. Meanwhile, we'll get over here, get this other paddock going, only 3 turns, and the explorer can go and heal up here. Alright, over this way, swap places with that worker. The gunboat can explore to the north. And do I want to settle right here? I think so. We do pick up a bunch of good stuff. Well, we can settle that later. What we should do is settle the guys in here sooner. So if we settle here, settle one here and then one in here. Let's see if we can get over to here. And we should probably bring the gunboat along to deal with any aliens that might be sitting along this path.